My name is Ducat. I'm the founder of the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation.
My name is Lurie, and I became involved with the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation when our son became diabetic at the age of 10 years old.
The diagnosis of diabetes is tumultuous to a family. Larry was 9 years old, and one day he just came home and said, "Mom, I don't feel well." I took him to his pediatrician, and he examined him. He said, "There's nothing wrong with this child." In other words, he's playing hooky. Send him back to school, he's going to be fine. And as I drove away from the doctor's office, I knew there was something terribly wrong. So I stopped at the closest hospital, and the pathologist took Larry's blood, and he said, "We'll have the answer in a few hours." And a few hours later, my husband came home, and he said to me, "I have bad news. Larry has diabetes."
He was away at sleepaway camp, and when we went up for camp visiting weekend, he pulled me aside and said, "I'm urinating at night in my bed, and at 10 years old, people are making fun of me." And I said, "Okay, I think it's time that we go down to the nurse's office, the doctor at camp." And the doctor said, "Carol, I got to tell you something. Your son has diabetes." And then the world caved in for a while. It was the first time I saw my husband cry.
My son's doctor was Dr. Robert Kay, and I was taking Larry for his routine examination, and he said, "Larry, you're going to be fine." And I sent Larry out of the room, and I said to Dr. Kay, "He's not going to be fine. Is he going to spend a lifetime taking insulin shots and look forward to a life full of complications? We would like to see a cure. How can we get one?" So he looked at me and he said, "Lee, if we had enough money, we could cure diabetes." Well, that made sense to me. And I said to him, "Well, if money is all you need, we'll get the money to cure diabetes." And I said, "You know what? I'll have a cocktail party. I know how to do that." And it was that evening, May 21st, 1970, that the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation was born.
I heard about a lady named Ducat who was starting an organization called Juvenile Diabetes Foundation at that time. Lee had the heart, the moxie, never to take no for an answer.
In the first year, we raised $10,000. To us, that was an enormous amount of money.
I will have a memory till the day I close my eyes of the conversations we used to have at night from her kitchen to my kitchen, each cooking dinner for our families, of what we do next.
We grew so fast, and within the first 2 years, we had 10 chapters, and then we formed a national organization, which was a big turn of events, because then we were really strong.
We hit Washington. We began to see congressmen and senators. Waking Washington up was an amazing accomplishment.
I learned that you could get more money for research in one day from the federal government than you could get from years of fundraising.
I'm so darn proud of this organization that I can start to cry now. When you think where we were and where we are now.
It's not only in the United States, it's not only in Canada, it's in Australia, Israel, Italy, and on and on and on.
We have raised over $1 billion since JDRF was born.
I think what drives us as parents is the love that we have for our children and the passionate hope that there is a cure out there and it's within reach.